Ever met someone who just loves to push your buttons? You know those people who seem to exist just to test your patience? The ones who push your buttons, cross lines, throw subtle jabs, or not so subtle ones, and then act like you're the problem. Yeah, those people. Maybe it's a coworker who constantly talks over you, or a family member who disrespects your boundaries, or a stranger who treats you like you're invisible. Whatever the case, disrespect can feel like a punch to the ego. But here's the thing, how you respond to disrespect says more about you than it does about them. And that's where Stoicism comes in, because Stoicism isn't about being passive or letting people walk all over you. It's about mastering yourself. It's about choosing reason over reaction. As Marcus Aurelius said, you don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. So let's talk about it. Here are 7 Stoic ways to handle people who disrespect you without losing your cool, your values, or your peace of mind. 1. Pause before you react. This is rule number 1. When someone disrespects you, your body wants to react fast. Adrenaline hits. Maybe your jaw tightens, your heart races. You want to fire back. Picture this. Someone snaps at you and your gut reaction is to snap back. But Stoicism teaches us that the power isn't in the insult, it's in your judgment of it. Epictetus, the philosopher born into slavery, put it perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Take a breath. Let the initial emotion rise and fall. You are not your reaction. You're the observer of it. Ask yourself, is this response going to help me or just escalate the situation? Or is this person's opinion a fact or just noise? That split-second delay, that's Stoicism in action. You're not being passive. You're choosing to respond from logic, not raw emotion. A calm mind is your power in that moment. Don't give it away. If you are enjoying this video, a like would mean the world. And if you want to keep leveling up your mind, hit that subscribe button like it owes you money, and maybe even tap that little bell icon. 2. Don't take it personally. Here's a tough truth. Most disrespect says more about the other person than it does about you. People act out of their own frustrations, fears, or ignorance. Their bad behavior is often a reflection of their inner chaos, not your worth. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." You might feel attacked, but unless there's real harm, don't let it stick. Don't absorb it. Let it bounce off you like rain off a stone. The Stoic doesn't personalize every slight. They understand that people are flawed, impulsive, and often unaware of themselves. Let them carry that weight, not you. 3. Set clear boundaries, calmly. Being Stoic doesn't mean being a doormat. Seneca, the philosopher who tutored Emperor Nero, advised, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." If someone repeatedly disrespects you, address it, but never in the heat of the moment. If someone consistently disrespects you, you have every right to set a boundary. The key is to do it without hostility. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to make a scene. Just state the boundary clearly and firmly. Something like, "I'm not okay with being spoken to like that. If it happens again, I'll leave the conversation." Simple. Director, calm. As Marcus Aurelius put it, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Be the example. Show strength through composure. 4. Choose your battles. Not every insult deserves your attention. Some people are looking for a reaction. They want you to snap. That gives them power. Don't hand it to them. Think like a strategist, not a street fighter. Ask yourself, is this worth my time, my energy, my peace? Most of the time, the answer is no. Imagine your nosy uncle asks, "When are you getting a real job?" Respond with a grin. "Right after I finish my best-selling memoir about family reunions." As Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, Realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. 5. Strengthen your inner fort. The Stoics believed that your peace shouldn't depend on other people. That's hard, especially when someone disrespects you to your face. But it's also the path to real freedom. Your self-worth doesn't come from outside approval. It comes from living by your principles. Marcus Aurelius again. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When someone's disrespectful, don't mirror them. Rise above them, not out of ego, but out of discipline. Your dignity is not up for grabs. 6th, practice premeditatio malorum. Prepare for the worst. Stoics had a concept called premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. They would expect things to go wrong, to be disrespected, to be misunderstood, so they wouldn't be thrown off when it happened. Not to stress yourself out, but to prepare. So if it happens, you're not shocked. You're ready. You've already decided who you're going to be, no matter how they behave. 7. Focus on what you control. At the end of the day, this is the core of Stoicism. You can't control how people treat you. You can only control how you show up. You control your voice, your tone, your actions, your thoughts. And when you master those, you're unshakable. Even when people try to tear you down, you stand steady, because your peace doesn't come from them. It comes from within. Epictetus, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Let them be rude. Let them be petty. Let them think they've won. You know the truth. You didn't stoop. You didn't lose yourself. And that's real strength. Applying Stoicism in real life. Now maybe you're thinking, this sounds good in theory, but what about real life? Let's say your boss throws a snide remark in a meeting. Your ego wants to defend itself. But the Stoic move, stay composed, don't take the bait. Or maybe your partner says something harsh in the heat of the moment. You don't ignore it, but you don't meet fire with fire either. You say, that didn't sit right with me. Let's talk. It's not about being soft. It's about being in control. Seneca said, a wise man is content with himself. That contentment doesn't come from winning arguments. It comes from staying true to your values, especially when it's hard, dealing with passive disrespect. Not all disrespect is loud. Sometimes it's subtle, being talked over, ignored, undermined. You don't have to react to every slight, but you should notice it. Because awareness gives you options. If it keeps happening, say something, calmly, directly. You might say, I noticed you interrupted me multiple times today. I'd like to finish my thoughts before being cut off. That's it. Strong, simple. You're not matching their energy. You're setting the standard. Finally play the long game. The best way to handle disrespect? Live in a way that commands respect, without demanding it. People notice the ones who stay composed under pressure, who don't need to clap back, who carry themselves with quiet strength. And if someone still doesn't respect you, let them go. They're not your people. As Marcus Aurelius said, be like the rock against which the waves crash and break. You're not here to react. You're here to stay grounded, and that's power they can't touch. Thanks for listening. Stay steady, stay sharp. You've got this.